Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Howard's Opinion. I'm your host, Howard, and I'm thrilled to have you all joining me today as we dive into the world of sports. From the courts to the fields, we'll be discussing the latest developments, trends, and controversies that are shaping the athletic landscape. And speaking of which, our first story takes us to the heart of college basketball, where the Indiana Hoosiers are looking to revamp their program under new coach Darian DeVries. Now, I know what you're thinking. What's the big deal about another coaching change in college hoops? Well, my friends, this one is different. You see, the Hoosiers have a rich history of success, but in recent years, they've struggled to connect with their fan base, particularly among students. As our story highlights, the team has been plagued by poor attendance, and it's not just about winning or losing. It's about creating an atmosphere that makes fans feel like they're part of something special, and that's exactly what DeVries is trying to do. He's taking a proactive approach, engaging with students, attending community events, and making sure his players are visible and accessible. Now, I've got to say, I love this approach. It's not just about X's and O's. It's about building a relationship with the fans. And let me tell you, in today's college sports landscape, that's more important than ever. With college football gaining popularity and financial strength, basketball programs like Indiana need to find ways to stay relevant. DeVries is on the right track, folks. By reconnecting with his fan base and creating a sense of community, he's laying the groundwork for success both on and off the court. And I've got to say, I'm intrigued by this story. It's not just about Indiana, it's about the future of college basketball. We'll be exploring more of this story and its implications as we go along, but for now, let's take a break. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're diving into the world of college sports, where the lines between academia and big business are becoming increasingly blurred. Today, we're talking about a potential game changer for the Big Ten Conference, a private capital deal that could infuse upwards of $2 billion into the league. Now, I know what you're thinking. What's the big deal about a private capital deal? Well, my friends, this is more than just a cash grab. This is about the future of college athletics and who gets to control the purse strings. The proposed deal would not only bring in a massive amount of money, but also extend the grant of rights by 10 years, taking it through 246. But not everyone is on board with this idea. Jordan Acker, a Michigan regent, has come out strongly against the proposal, saying that selling off the university's assets would betray their responsibility to students and taxpayers. I've got to say, I agree with him. This deal has all the makings of a classic case of short-term gain for long-term pain. Think about it. What happens when you bring in private capital into a public institution like a university? You start to compromise on values, on principles, and on the very mission of the organization. It's no longer just about educating students and promoting athletic excellence. It's about making a profit. And let's not forget, this is not just about Michigan or the Big Ten. This is about the future of college sports as a whole. If this deal goes through, you can bet that other conferences will follow suit. And before you know it, we'll have a system where colleges are more concerned with pleasing their private investors than with serving their students and communities. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but Howard, what about the benefits? What about the increased revenue and the improved facilities? And yes, those are all important considerations. But let me tell you, there's a bigger picture here. This is about the soul of college sports and whether we're willing to sell out to the highest bidder. So, what's next? Will the Big Ten Conference go ahead with this deal despite the objections from some of its members? And what does this mean for the future of college athletics? We'll be keeping a close eye on this story as it develops. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. As we wrap up today's discussion, I'd like to shift our attention to the world of American football. Specifically, let's talk about the current state of the NFL and two teams that are making waves this season, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. Now, both of these teams have shown impressive performances so far, with the Eagles having won 20 of their last 21 games and the Bills maintaining a strong trajectory. But what's interesting is how they're achieving success. The Eagles, for instance, are finding ways to win unconventionally, often relying on their special teams unit to make big plays. In fact, they blocked 3 straight kicks over the past 2 games and returned 2 of them for a touchdown. That's incredible. Meanwhile, the Bills are focusing on maintaining their current trajectory, with an emphasis on minimizing turnovers and capitalizing on their opponents' mistakes. It's a conservative yet effective approach that has served them well so far. One thing that caught my attention is the Eagles' use of the tush-push play, which has become a staple of their offense. For those who may not know, the tush-push is a variation of the traditional quarterback sneak, where players help push the QB in short yardage situations to gain a first down or score a touchdown. It's a clever tactic that has left many teams struggling to defend against it. But here's the thing. The Eagles are now evolving this play by incorporating fake tush-push variations, which are designed to keep defenses guessing. It's a testament to the team's creativity and adaptability, and it will be fascinating to see how other teams respond to these new wrinkles. As we head into Week 5 of the NFL season, it's clear that both the Eagles and the Bills have a strong case for making a deep run in the postseason. But only time will tell if they can maintain their momentum and overcome the challenges that lie ahead. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, these are some of my humble thoughts.